do that you are passionate about and tell your story, because it's your life, so you don't realize that, like, it's interesting because you're living it, so you're like, that's what it's like. But not everybody's like you, and so you need to figure out what way you can tell a story that is both you individually and also, of course, universal. But I mean, every story is universal. It's all the same shit. But at the same time, it's like, she was, when she was talking to us, it was like, just do something that's you, because if you try to do somebody else's mold, it just won't work. I mean, not to say that, when we were talking about casting agents earlier, not to say that all the paperwork I get from them isn't like, do you fit into this mold? Please come to the audition if so. Whenever I read those, I'm always like, why did my agent send me on these? He has high hopes for me.
Yeah. Well, that's the sad truth of it is, it's like, that may be, in fact, what they do want is for you to fit into X mold or Y mold or whatever, but you're never going to know what that is, so it's kind of a dumb thing to chase, I think. I think it's a dumb thing to try and chase what you think, hopefully someone might look at you and see that you don't even like. Like, that's a stupid goal that everyone does. I mean, most young people coming out of the gate, you just want to find a place where somebody will want to use you. But
sure.
If you want to, like, enjoy it as you go along, and you're probably really better, you really have to find the thing that you would do, even if someone were paying you to do something else, and you'd be like, no, I'm going to turn that money down. I have to keep doing this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not about, what you would endure doing, or, because someone else might like it. It's like if someone else was, like, begging you to stop doing what you're doing, but you'd be like, no, sorry. This is who I am. I love this. I love this so much, I'll totally go it alone. That's exciting. I think that's an exciting emotion to make art from, I think. I think that's an exciting place to make stuff from, because it's self-generated. It's self-generating. It comes out of you, and it feeds you, and whether someone else catches on right away or not, you're going to keep working at it. I don't know. I really love that.
And this is something that you have with Cade in Super Pee-Pee Time?
It's on the way there.
Awesome.
I've always had a little bit of a dream of doing, like, what we're doing is very improvised for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always had a dream of doing, like, essentially, it's hard to say, it's hard to explain, but it's like essentially doing, like, a concept album, but it's comedy instead of just music. Like, it's actually like, like, we kind of do this every week in Super Pee-Pee Time. It's a little bit like we do a story or characters or something, and there's music and there's sound effects and there's all kinds of stuff. But I don't know. I have a sort of a dream that I'm kind of working on with it, where he and I will put together something that is more. It's less improvised. I guess I would say it would be something that's more
like a radio
structured.
show.
Yeah, but something but something where it's a specific unit, like an album almost, like a show, a performance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just sort of flirting with that right now. Right? At the moment, what we've been doing, like I say, we just did our, I think, 110th episode, something like that. And,
awesome.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun, and we just just laugh our heads off. And like I say, we found some very strange fans who are like, how are the voices in my head talking on the internet? I'm really afraid of these people, but I also I don't know. It's cool.
No, you could. I look forward to figuring out or hearing what your concept album ends up being. Just keep rattling around in your brain, and you'll figure it out. I'm sure.
Yeah,
it's like, do you remember Bowery Poetry Club, the Jelly Ship, the Whiz Bang? Remember that show?
Not actually. I don't think I ever actually saw them.
Really?
I knew of it, but I don't think I ever saw it.
That didn't sound like a sentence to me, Amy.
No, no. Jelly Ship the Whiz Bang was like a musical play with puppets.
Okay.
And it was a band, and so it was like a band setup. Imagine a band.
Mm-hmm.
Then imagine in the center of the band there's this like puppet stage pirate ship.
Okay.
and then a bunch of them would man puppets within the puppet ship, and all the songs that they sang were about the journey of this pirate ship. And so it didn't necessarily, they didn't tell a story in the most like narrative fashion. It was just like song to song, and then they'd occasionally connect it a little bit, but it was super great. And I always remember thinking of that one as like, you know, I wonder how those came together. Did those songs come separately, or did they like plan it or stuff like that? So it was a fun show that was one of my favorites at Bowery Poetry Club back in the day. I'm surprised you didn't see it. Weird. What, Uncle Jimmy's Dirty Basement? Did you see that one?
No, I don't think so.
That was another weird puppet show with a rock band. All right, sorry. They both just are so, like, they're almost like if the weird shit that happened at Collective Unconscious made itself a concept album, it would be those two shows.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I've seen less puppetry than you have. Really
No, I guess so. Who knew?
I'm a fan.
I'm gonna find this though and send you links.
Yeah, I wish I could find a YouTube of them.
I will find them both and send them to both of you.
I'm sure that
it exists. Especially too because the guy who was the head of Jelly Ship the Whiz Bang is one of the writers on Orange is the New Black and Glow.
Oh, wow.
And they very recently interviewed him on the WTF podcast with Mark Maron, and he mentioned it. So I was like, oh, that shit just got some extra hits on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, it's funny though. Jeff, thank you so much for chatting with us. I really appreciate you sitting down or standing up, I guess, in your closet.
In your closet, yeah, there you go.
That's right, yeah.
And sharing the hour with us. I'm excited that your journey has been full and exciting, and I hope to hear more fun stuff in the future.
Yeah, and thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys having me on. This has been a lot of fun. I love it.
Absolutely.
So
thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, cool. Hey, audience, listen to Super Pee-Pee Time, and have a good evening. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
Bye. Oh, wait. Michelle, Mary Wendell. Thanks for listening to Yes But Why podcast.